Welcome to the Reddit library. Today, we'll be looking at r/AskReddit, where user FlyOverTheMoon asked, "What's something you're proud of but can't tell anybody you know?" When me and my basketball coach met some scouts, he introduced me as his son. I almost broke down on the spot. Damn, now that is an honor. My dad has been pretty absent my whole life, and he has another family who he's really happy with. My coach has been a father figure my entire life. I'm not exaggerating when I say I legitimately worship that man. He helped me grow into a much better person and was there for me when my best friend died. It's a massive honor indeed. In 2009, I walked into a commencement ceremony for my bachelor's degree, but later found out I didn't pass my last 2 classes, so I didn't receive my degree. I never told anyone, and life happened, so I put it off. I started going back to school and had to take a few extra classes, but I finally finished my last classes and filled out my graduation application today. Edit. Typos. OMG, I walked in my college graduation knowing I was short a couple credits because hello, I'd already been to 3 schools in 4 years, so there was no way I could tell my parents. Luckily, I went to a very large state school, so walking meant standing up when they said the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. My second semester of senior year of high school, only one class I was taking I actually needed in order to graduate. Unfortunately, I hated the class, and for me, that means I didn't do any of the work. By the time the final exam came around, I had a 39% in the class. I needed something like a 160% on the final to pass, which is obviously impossible. So I resigned myself to the idea of summer school and put very little effort into that final, instead choosing to focus on studying for other finals. After I finished the exam, the teacher gave me the opportunity to make up pretty much all of the homework that I didn't do over the entire semester. After she entered all those assignments into the gradebook, I only needed a 59% on the final in order to pass the class. Considering I got something like a 55% on the midterm that I actually kind of cared about a few months earlier, that was not at all a guarantee. At the time of the graduation ceremony, I still didn't know if I'd passed the class. My high school allows people who didn't graduate to still walk across the stage and pick up the cover for their diploma, but then after the ceremony, we go pick up the actual diploma, assuming you passed. I walked the stage having no idea I had passed that class. It wasn't until I went to the area to pick up the diploma that I would find out. I told the woman my name, she looked me up in the binder, handed me my diploma, and said congratulations. She had no idea that she was breaking the news to me that I would, in fact, graduate on time. I mentioned I needed a 59% on the final in order to pass the class. When I got home after the ceremony, I went online to check my grades. On the final, I got a 61%. I almost just started crying for you. My mom died 13 years ago, and I became a teacher about 10 years ago. I work in a district with a lot of families in need. I use the money that I would have used to buy her a gift and buy something for a child in need. Normally, it is a winter coat or hats and gloves for Christmas, and in the summer I buy gift cards or send someone to camp. None of my coworkers or family members know I do this. That's really special. What a beautiful tribute to your mother. You are someone's answer to a prayer. Very nice. I wrote a fanfic that almost got 10k kudos on Archive of Our Own. And if that wasn't embarrassing enough, it was also absolutely filthy smut. Edit. To people who want the story, I don't want to expose myself more than I already have. You can still find it on AO3, but I really am quite embarrassed about it. What fandom was it? Harry Potter, LMFAO. When I graduated college, I got a job offer with the CIA. I didn't actually take it, but it's a pretty dope flex that I can't tell people for obvious reasons. Most notable one is that I don't want to come off as a pretentious butthole. Nice try, person who definitely took the CIA job. Also, can I ask why you turned it down? LOL, you got me. No, but for real. The biggest thing that stopped me from moving on was that I have to go through a series of hoops, polygraph tests, interviews, and a 16-month security clearance before you actually get sworn in at their central office. I did research, and apparently 9% of people who get a conditional offer, which I got, actually make it through, and at any point in the 16-month clearance, the CIA can rescind your offer. I had a colorful college experience that I knew would come back to haunt me, so it was kind of one of those I'm going to reject them before they reject me ordeals. I do wonder how far along I could have gone if I actually followed through, but TBH, the CIA was never a goal of mine. Moreover, an opportunity I lucked into, so I'm cool. I've been sober since February 21st. Thanks, haven't had a choice in this. I left my job/home because of the virus to stay with my parents. Can't exactly tell them what I was into where I was. I do feel so good though. I'm sleeping, little to no anxiety, it's amazing. When this is over, I'm heading to a place where it will be easy to stay this way. Yay. Amazing. The first few weeks are the hardest. Now sobriety is my normal and I've never felt better. You've got this. Congrats. Congrats, dude. My father went through it, and I've seen firsthand what the old juice can do as an ex-barman. People don't realize just how hard it can be to stop. Keep it up, my dude, and if you ever need to talk/rant, I'll happily put on my honorary serving apron and serve you up a non-alcoholic internet beer while you talk in my PMs. Stay strong. I've lost 120 pounds. I could tell people, but I'm ashamed that I let myself get that big in the first place. Edit. Thank you guys for your kind words and encouragement. They mean a lot and I truly appreciate it. I only lost half that, but I totally get what you mean. I've met so many people since I lost the weight and they're so nice and congratulate me on it, but it feels so undeserved because I shouldn't have let myself get to the point where I needed to lose 70 pounds. That said, losing 120 pounds is incredible and I'm really happy for you. It's not an easy journey. That despite my childhood family being abusive, cold, hateful, and spiteful towards me, I'm proud of the fact that I'm super loving and nobody will ever change this. I don't want to drag this into my adult life. My kids will never know my sadness. They are amazing and they will never carry what I carry. They will only carry joyful memories. This makes me more proud than anything. Congrats on breaking that cycle. I have a hole and marks on my thing that, when viewed from the front, look like an axolotl. I only learned of this recently because I had never seen my own thing from that angle. So I got a picture and it really cracks me up. As far as thing pics go, I gotta say, it's top rate in the comedy category of the Oscars. This whole time, I had no idea. I'm so proud of that little photogenic guy, and there's no way I can tell anyone because then they'll ask to see. And there's no way I'm letting that image out into the world. I mean, sure, when I have nothing left to lose, I'll finally share my axolotl thing with the world. But until then, I just have to be quietly proud. Hell, I'll probably sober up and delete this post in a bit. Let it be known that you/Curl Sagan has an axolotl thing. 20 years ago, Dan Savage responded to a letter suggesting someone name the act of a woman messing with a man with a strap on. He started a reader's vote which eventually came up with the term pegging. I wrote that original letter, proudest thing in my life, helping come up with a new word in the English language, and helping name my favorite sex act. And other than a select few, I can't tell anyone. That's really awesome. I remember that letter. My friends and partners use that term quite naturally, as do people on the internet when talking about the act. It's become quite integrated into the language of sex. Well done. I'm in college, and I just published a book of short essays with my class. My name was under a pseudonym because I didn't want my family to read my story. I opened up a lot about my messy family history, as well as the domestic and sexual abuse I faced growing up. I hope I touched someone's life out there. Kind of dumb, but I made a Mario Maker 2 level that I really like. No one knows I play MM2, so they wouldn't really care about it, but I am proud as it's fun, for me. What's the code? I want to play it now. FYH-WTJ-2HF. Let me know if you have any feedback. As a side note, if anybody has Mario Maker 2 and plays this level, let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Going to try your level now just because of this comment. Edit. Can't get past the second set of chompers, or whatever they're called at the beginning of the level, but yet I can't stop playing because it seems so obvious. This will probably get buried, but not committing suicide. Seriously contemplated it for a few months and made a plan but didn't go through with it. Ended up being the best decision I've ever made. Sorted my life out and found something I enjoyed doing. Also, met my wonderful girlfriend and became an auntie. Edit. Thanks to everyone for their kind messages, and to the people that are struggling currently, please don't be afraid of using the helplines. I had a lovely call with a guy called Mark back then that really helped me root myself. Stay strong, you can get through this. You don't need an amazing excuse to keep going. Focus on the little things. Maybe you want to see that one movie when it comes out, or have a pet that you know you wouldn't understand if you left. Any reason to continue living is a good one. I got dangerously close too. I had a plan where and when on a note, and the day was coming close. But I got way too drunk and made a half-butt attempt, and everyone found out and made sure I was safe and cared for. If I had succeeded, I would have missed out on a lot of stuff. About 10 years ago, I was at a gas station getting gas. What a surprise. I was inside going to pay in cash with a $20 bill when the lady in front of me, who had a small coffee and $5 in gas, was trying to pay with her card. It kept getting declined and she looked so rattled. Not to sound rude, but by what she drove and how she looked, you could tell she didn't have a lot of money. So I just told the cashier that I got her, and she was so thankful. I never told anyone because it would feel like I did it to brag, but I was just so happy to help someone who needed it. I did this for an elderly lady with dementia. I was working as the duty manager, covering tills while my staff was on break. She was a bit confused and didn't have enough left of her pension to cover her basic stuff: soap, toilet rolls, and milk. I think her total came to 15-ish pounds. She tried to put some stuff back, seeing as I offered to pay it for her, but I paid the majority and let her just have some of the rest. Who's gonna know, right? Anyway, as she's leaving, she's adamant she'll be back after her pension goes in again to pay me back, and I tell her okay, and that's fine. A week later, I'm at work and told that one of our regular customers had passed away, and it was her. Our first featured comment comes from the user Chess Kings, who is actually the Redditor that created the ex-homeless question from 2 videos ago. Do you have something you're proud of but can't tell anybody you know? Let us know in the comments below for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more from the library. See you soon!